The conference resulted in the adoption of 41 decisions, 27 under the Convention, 13 under the Kyoto Protocol, and a joint resolution congratulating the hosts, the government of Qatar, for their excellent organization and support. Informed sources indicate that with over 16,000 participants, this was the second largest climate change conference in the history of the negotiations. There were several significant outcomes, although the full operation of the Green Climate Fund has been delayed for yet another year. However, this was not totally unexpected given the uncertainties that still exist within the global economy. On a brighter note, the Kyoto Protocol will have a smooth transition into a second commitment period that will begin on the 1st of January 2013 until the end of 2020. The final meeting of the ad hoc working group on long-term cooperative action under the convention took place with the successful completion of its work. The working group created several new institutions that will enhance the future implementation of the convention in the areas of mitigation, adaptation, technology transfer, capacity building, and short-term finance. It established a mechanism that will address issues relating to loss and damage, associated climate change impacts in developing countries that are particularly vulnerable to the adverse effects of climate change in order to improve their capacity to adapt. This is of the utmost importance to Jamaica, as ocean acidification caused by the higher than normal atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide profoundly impacts marine life. And in terms of this loss and damage, I really don't want to get in trouble and particularize, but I must congratulate Miss Rachel Allen for her persuasive, and she was at it morning, noon, and night. I think that because of that, the conference had to be extended for one additional day. As I was saying, this is of the utmost importance to Jamaica, as ocean acidification caused by the higher than normal atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide profoundly impacts marine life. And I should report Mr. Permanent Secretary that yesterday Cabinet agreed with the protocol that marine environment, yes. Right. Decisions were made that has reaffirmed the commitment of all parties to work towards a new instrument with legal teeth that will substantially address many of the issues of climate change, including significant cuts in greenhouse gas emissions. The agreement will be adopted in 2015 for entry into force in 2020. A number of developed country parties pledged some $6 billion in short-term financing up to 2015, namely Germany, UK, France, Denmark, Sweden, and the EU Commission. This morning, the members of the delegation will report on the decisions and the implications for Jamaica, and there will be an opportunity to discuss these matters, the proposed next steps, and the recommendations for the way forward. Regarding Rio Plus 20, Jamaica's delegation was headed by Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Portia Simpson Miller, and included myself and representatives from my ministry, as well as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and the Planning Institute of Jamaica. Representatives of non-governmental organizations were also accredited as members of the Jamaican delegation. This morning, we will discuss the main outcome of a document entitled, quote, "The Future We Want," end of quote, which expresses renewed political commitment to poverty eradication and sustainable development and outlines, quote, "clear and practical measures," end of quote, for achieving these goals. At the global level, discussions have also started on the post-2015 development agenda, referring to the deadline for most of the Millennium Development Goals and the elaboration of new sustainable development goals. While there have been mixed views on the strength of the outcomes of both the climate change and the Rio Plus 20 conferences, there has been progress in both cases. It is up to us to play our part in positioning Jamaica to shape the negotiations and to be fully aware of the implications for our country, our region, and for all small island developing states. I thank you all for coming and for the part you have played in the preparation for negotiations as well as the recommendations for implementation of the outcomes. We will continue to work together for the achievement of the goals of the Vision 2030 Jamaica National Development Plan, so that Jamaica can indeed become, as you have already heard, a place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. And let me wish each and every one of you season's greetings and happy holidays.